Hello, my name is Celia Pale. Let me remind you of where we ended up last week. I have already indicated that data will be collected through a Google form, which is this one here, where teachers will enter information and the information will then be stored in Google Sheets. This is the information that was collected through the use of a Google form, which the information here will then be used to populate my dashboard, which I created using Lucas Studio. I'll present my Lucas Studio dashboard, which visualizes classroom engagement and teacher feedback in overcrowded classrooms of Ghana Primary School's foundation phase. This dashboard is guided by the monitoring and evaluation framework, which is based on the logic model and the theory of change model, as they serve as the theoretical framework. They structure the dashboard around inputs, processes, outputs, outcomes, and impacts, ensuring that key indicators are aligned with evidence-based educational evaluations. Right, thank you. The links on the left are to the indicators that I've already explained. When you press on input, the user can view the teacher-learner ratio and resources that support teaching and learning. And when you click on the processes tab, the user can explore teaching strategies, activities, and individualized support interventions. When one clicks on outputs, you can see immediate results such as group interventions and individualized support success. When one clicks on the outcomes link, you are able to track the number of active learner participation and assistance and the increase in literacy and numeracy improvement. The last one, when you click on impact, one is able to review long-term changes and overall success of interventions. Let us click on inputs. The inputs informed by the MEF framework are the resources and data feeding the dashboard. These include teacher-learner ratios, digital tools which are resources, and teacher questionnaires or surveys. These inputs provide the foundation for monitoring and evaluating classroom engagement and learning outcomes. On the inputs page, there are two graphs. The first one represents the educator-learner ratio, and the next one represents the available resources that were at the teacher and learner's disposal through these intervention strategies. One is able to click anywhere on the graph to see the ratio that the teacher interacted with in terms of the remedial programs that were held. And here, one is able to check the resources that were available to the teacher while assisting learners through the intervention strategies. When you click on inputs, you can click here or on the other side. And then after checking the inputs, the KPIs for inputs are teacher-learner ratios and the resources available for teaching and learning, as I've already indicated. Right. When we talk of processes, we explore teaching activities, strategies, and individualized support interventions. The KPIs include type of remedial programs and interventions that teachers use for the week, and the frequency of the intervention strategies and individualized support interventions that were conducted in that particular week. These are the processes. Key indicators also include interactive lessons, group activities, and digital tool usage. Filters allow exploration by the type of program that was used and the frequency when learners were supported by their teacher. And then we go to outputs. On the outputs, outputs are immediate results of classroom processes. Key indicators include the participation rates of learners or the number of learners that took part in the programs and shown engagement in activities. These outputs, guided by the MEF framework, show how teaching processes translate into observable engagements and learning behaviors. In this one, we see the number of learners and how many times they engaged in the programs throughout the current week. These are the outputs. And then when we go to outcomes, your network.